I just found out the news. Brett Kavanaugh is now Supreme Court Justice. Trump is now president for life. He is now untouchable. He can commit crimes and murders and anything he wants because now he's protected. So well done, America. I am predicting that there's going to be a whole bunch of Supreme Court cases starting Monday to proceed to overturn everything that we've uh, assumed we had rights to. Yeah, that's it. America is now doomed. And I'm kind of concerned because Michael Avenatti has humiliated Trump and humiliated Cohen and brought down Cohen and exposed Trump. So where was he on Kavanaugh? That client of his who said that Kavanaugh was a trained gangbanger. Uh, why isn't why didn't he come forward with a lawsuit to put a stop to everything and so if you're of whatever race, whatever sex, whatever discriminating body, your rights are now gone. That's it. Kavanaugh is well documented as being anti-constitution. He doesn't care about human rights. So, yeah, Senate pushed him through. Now he's there, and now Trump reigns supreme for all eternity. This is a bigger catastrophe than the getting Trump in. So, yeah, we're doomed. There is no 2020 election now. Trump automatically wins, even if we have the facade of an election, because he'll just rig it so he wins. And the midterms, Democrats, you can kiss your party goodbye, because now Trump will go after the Democrats, arrest them for being terrorists or whatever else he finds justifying to have them arrested. And the press, your licenses are going to be revoked, and Trump's going to go on a firing spree. And yeah, this just emboldens Trump. He'll now do whatever he wants. Republicans aren't going to stop him. The Supreme Court won't stop him. Senate, Congress, House of Representatives, they won't stop him. So yeah, government has collapsed on this day, the 6th of October, 2018. And I've been warning about it since I found out about the solar eclipse back in November 4th, 2016. It was on the local Fox News station, and they just said, oh, an interesting stellar event will occur next year on August 21st. It'll be seen over the whole United States. I went, because that's my field of study, biblical studies, anthropology of Egyptian, ancient Middle Eastern history. So I knew it was coming, and I've got the videos that show you exactly what it all means. And here it is. It happened. America is no more. This is not America. So yeah, I expect enslavement to take place soon. I expect deportations to take place soon. Expect to be put in the concentration tent camps that Trump has funneled money to ICE, to what was immigrant children, and now it'll be anybody who opposes Trump. So yeah, expect to have all your channels be Fox News, and they'll probably change their name to Trump TV. and it'll be Trump media. So yeah, I mean, you guys think that this is hyperbole? You guys haven't been paying attention at all. So uh, it, we're doomed. Nobody's going to stop Trump now, because everything can just go to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court will overturn it and allow Trump to continue to do what he's doing. So, yeah. This is a dark moment in American history. We let a sexual predator on the Supreme Court, who is the only justice who has gone on record as saying that a president is untouchable while president. And so Trump knows he's got to stay president for life. So there you have it. Trump got his wish. He is now emperor, just like China, who was made emperor for life in China, and just like Putin, who rigged his election so that he could win the election. And Putin will go as long as he wants. So, good job, America. Well done. You know, we didn't stop them when I told you to stop them. And everybody just let the train wreck go right on through. So, yeah, I expect next week all sorts of lawsuits to go before the Supreme Court. And one by one, our liberties, freedoms, rights will officially be gone. So the thread has been cut for Mormons. Remember, there are Mormons in the Senate. The Senate Judiciary had Flake, Hatch, and Lee. And Hatch is the one who when asked about whether he believed Dr. Ford, he said, well, she's pleasing. And in Mormon speak, that means she's attractive. You know, Hatch revealing he's a sexual predator. Good job, Hatch. Way to represent Utah. And then Hatch is on video with the news trying to get a comment from him, and Hatch, you know, tells everybody to grow up, quit complaining about being victims of sexual assault. Good job, Hatch. Way to represent Utah. You know, it makes me wonder, are these guys really not going to be running after October? Because there's no need for an election now, because it will be meaningless. You know, if Democrats win, Trump will just say, nope. You know, because as much as Trump is liking the attention of bad press, because he just rips into people and tears them apart if they expose him. And so, but you know, every enemy has to have a hero, and oh man. So I don't know. You know, the people who voted for Trump and still support Trump, you guys are going, you're cheering, you're going, yeah, we won, we rule, democracy is best. But you guys he'll come after you. He's already come after many of you. You know, the bikers, Harley Davidson, he came after them. He didn't care. He betrays people. He wants loyalty, but he will betray people who are loyal to him. That's who he is. That's what he does. So yeah, the next thing we have now is a civil war. Because when people's rights start getting taken away, you know, we either roll over and take it, and end up in prison, in the prison camps, or we have to stand up and fight. And then they'll send in the National Guard and ICE and the FBI and the CIA and the local police, the National Guard. Everybody will be sent to quell the rebellion against Trump. And it'll be a bloody war. And I have no idea if any of us are even going to make it out alive. So, well done, America. You were warned a long time ago. And Mormons, where are you? You know, you knew Joseph Smith said that the Constitution would hang by a thread. You've read the Book of Mormon. You knew it was a parallel with the Second Coming. You didn't pay attention. You know, the Kingmen story. The Stars in the Heavens by Samuel Lamani. And the chief judge being assassinated. The law of Mosiah being overturned by the Gadianton robbers. You all knew. You had the warning with you the whole time, and instead you'd rather wait to hear something from the president of the church, who's quiet through the whole thing. And then Oakes today says he supports Kavanaugh by saying that abortions are against the church and gays are illegal. And yeah, well done. That's God's church for you, isn't it? I'm sure that's what God wants. So therefore, the church and the gospel are one and the same. Can't separate them. If the church is true, therefore the gospel is true. And if the gospel is true, the church is true. So the church can do whatever they want because the gospel is true. You know, even though the other churches believe the gospel is true, their church isn't true. It's just a church that's the true church. So yeah, well done, guys. So there you go, on the Jewish Sabbath. And yeah, it's wonderful day in the neighborhood, a wonderful day in the neighborhood. Won't you be mine? Won't you be mine? So now I'm just rambling. I guess it's stages of grief. You know, they don't go in the order that they're supposed to go in for me. And mine is not really a shock that I never saw it coming. This is what I've been warning you guys about. So my grief is different. Mine's more of a disgust for the lack of people doing what was necessary to save this nation. So, yeah, it's a dark day in America. So,